Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss the basic definition of chemistry, and the question is what is chemistry, and the simple answer is chemistry is life. It's not a specific definition, but we can say that chemistry is life. And you can see another video which I have shared you earlier. In support of this statement, I have shown number of different examples. Now, at the end of this lecture, students will be able to define chemistry, explain definition of chemistry with examples, and let's see what is chemistry. The branch of science which deals with the composition, structure, properties, and reactions of matter is called chemistry. Now, see, there are four important terms: composition, structure, properties, and reactions of matter. These four are basic parts of definition, and now we will see all these four parts with example. Let's take the example of water. First component of the definition was composition. Okay, and after series of experiments, it is found that water is composed of and hydrogen. It's composition of water. Then second part of the definition was structure. After certain experiments and spectroscopic techniques, it is observed that water is a tiny bent molecule with the molecular formula H2O. In each molecule, two atoms of hydrogen are covalently linked with one atom of oxygen. And we can see here the structure of water. It is a bent molecule in which central oxygen atom is linked with two terminal hydrogen atoms, and between oxygen and each hydrogen atom a covalent bond is present. Covalent bond means sharing of electron, and this is the second part of the definition, that is structure elucidation. Then third part of the definition is properties, and we know that there are two types of properties: physical properties and chemical properties. Now, what are physical properties? Properties that can be determined without changing the substance chemical identity. It means these are those properties which are not involved in the chemical change or involvement of electron. These are without the involvement of electron, and examples are appearance, texture, color, odor, melting point, boiling. All these are physical parameters. Then what are chemical properties? Properties that can be determined only by changing a substance chemical nature or structure. And we know that the chemical nature of the substance can be changed by changing its chemical formula or by changing its chemical nature, and that is obviously dependent on involvement of electron. Example of chemical properties is, if hydrogen and oxygen separate from each other, then water will lose its identity. We know that water is made of hydrogen and oxygen, and if these hydrogen and oxygen atoms separate from each other, then water will not be remain in its form, it will lose its identity. This will be a chemical change. Now, fourth part of the definition is reactions. After knowing the physical and chemical behavior of any of the substance, and we have taken the example of water, after considering physical and chemical behavior of water, we can find out that how can we react water with other substances or other reagent to form specific products. After now, these are the four important parts of the definition of the chemistry. And first one was composition, second one was structure, third is properties, physical properties and chemical properties, and fourth one is reactions. Now, water is composed of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen linked through covalent bond, and hydrogen bonding forms a bent molecule. This is our observation because we have considered all those four parameters of the definition. and we have taken the example of water. Now we at the end we can say that water is composed of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, and they are and the molecule of water is arranged in such a manner that it forms a bent molecule in which oxygen forms covalent bond with hydrogen. Based upon its properties and reactions, we can form number of products from water and other reagents. Okay, because now we are well aware of the properties, physical and chemical properties of the water. Now we can, after knowing its chemical nature or physical behavior, we can form its reaction. We can easily form its products by reacting it with other reagents. Hence, we can say that chemistry tells us all about composition, structure, properties, and reactions of matter. I hope that the basic definition of chemistry is now clear to you people. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.